So tell me, what are we talking about today?
The LEGO Star Wars Holiday Special, Geek Bros approved video games of the week, Video Games Award Nominees, Grand Theft Auto fans are not happy, is PlayStation teasing Nvidia another answer to Game Pass? Nvidia is bypassing iOS to have Fornite on iPhone, Pokemon Go update, Plauge Inc, you're the good guy, Star Wars author appeals to Disney and fights over royalties, Nintendo issued cease and desist order against Smash Bros. Tournament, Star Wars fans outrage, Luke Cage revisited, new Predator movie in the works with 10 Cloverfield Lane Director, The Last of Us gets series order from HBO, an iconic building is missing in the Miles Morales. All this and more on this week's episode. Stay tuned.
In a world where geeking out never looked so good, two incredibly sexy men will rise for your auditory pleasure. Here's your hosts, keeping up with the Geek Bros.
Yes, I am Juancho, and I'm with Darflex, Ross, and Man, and we are the hosts of Keeping Up with the Geek Bros, a family podcast, allegedly. So, what's going on with the Geek Bros? Nothing this week. Mr. Vibe is on vacation on family business in New York. Heart sent out to Vibe and his whole family. So, guys, what's on your mind? Let's start with Flex. Tell me, Flex, what's on your mind?
Well, finishing this semester of school, so that's always great. I am glad that things are starting to calm down in the university in regards to the election and stuff, so that's also great. And getting back into Batman a lot heavier now after, I was called out by the fellow Geek Bros on, I have all the comics, I just never opened them, so got called out on that, and I'm going to correct that. So, yeah. And missing you guys, no homo.
All right, man. What's up?
Not really much new here. Still playing Odyssey. I got my children with me today, so they're a little annoying, but I love them. Great kids, love them. And that's it, really. Just nothing new. I went. My baby here had one of her teeth pulled out yesterday, which is why she's annoying me now, but it's fine. She's okay. Don't come in here. Get out of here. But that's about it. Just here being a daddy.
All right, Ross, what's going on with you, bro?
Man, just been playing Valhalla lately and building a bed frame for a new bed we have coming in. We got some unfinished wood that we've been sealing and putting it together for, Monday when the new bed frame arrives. So, I mean, that's kind of sucked. Turns out you have to apply way more coats of sealant than I thought you did to make that stain look nice.
All right. Well, I can't wait to see the final finished product of it. Send us a picture.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So today I went, next week is Thanksgiving here in the United States, and this week, the hospital that I work for, I donated a whole bunch of turkeys and food to the seniors during this pandemic. And there was a lot of families. There was about 800. They were planning to feed about 800 families today. And I don't know, you guys know West Park, the road West Park where the Coca-Cola factory is at, down in Hollywood. The line went all the way from Washington Street all the way up to I-95. That's how long the line was of cars waiting to receive turkeys. And I got a picture with the mayor of Hollywood, and it was very rewarding, even though I was on the clock. But still, trying to get those families fed like that was actually rewarding, and it's probably why I like so much going into the social work field, which at times it's rewarding and at times it's very difficult. But that's another topic for another day. So yeah, that's what's on my. Oh, and I'm almost done with Odyssey. I think. Not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure I'm just like scraping a little bit of the top, and then when I get, there's still more. He's trying to finish that.
Did you do the DLC?
No, man, I haven't even finished the main story.
So
I just-
how are you almost?
You're not even close to almost finished.
Well, they just finally revealed where certain characters is located. So I finally located her. Now I'm pretty sure it's gonna start getting juicier. But now I just realized that I still have to find all these cultists. And
Oh, wait. You said you just found out where the main character's parents are?
Yeah.
That's about the halfway point of the game.
Okay, so I'm getting there.
So no, you're not close.
is that halfway point including the DLC or no?
No, not including the DLC. If it includes the DLC, you're probably a quarter of the way in.
I'm only at level 24.
Yeah, I beat the game at level 73.
Yeah, so well, let's see. That's what's going on. So without further ado, guys, episode 114 starts now. But first, subscribe to our podcast is the right thing to do because all the bros said so. Geek Bros approved movie of this week. So I know I shouted out in the group chat that Star Wars Lego holiday special was on Disney Plus. I know Mamman said he hasn't had a chance to watch it. What about you, Flex and Ross? Have you guys been able to watch it? No?
I started it. I think I'm gonna like it.
It's really good. I enjoyed it.
Because because of what I am expecting, I think I'm gonna like it.
You're going in expecting nothing, basically, right?
No, I'm going in expecting like a cheesy holiday movie.
Oh, okay.
It is. And plus, remember, in Star Wars, they don't celebrate holidays. It's Life Day.
Life Day.
Life Day. So it was very fun to watch, seeing a lot of cameos and going back in time. It was awesome. I really enjoyed it. Hopefully, the bros watch it and everybody out there listening watch it. If you guys watch it, let me know what you guys thought. And is it better than the original holiday special, or does this top it right on top? So yeah, so what's going on in the gaming world? So far there's been a few games released this week. Still waiting for Cyberpunk, but we'll get there eventually. Bubble for Friends on PlayStation 4 came out November 17th. Mars Horizon came out on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC on November 17th. Been watching a lot of streamers play that game. Looks pretty fun. Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate for the PS5, the new Xbox, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, Stadia, and PC. For those who have Stadia, I don't know who else has a Stadia now. Monster Trunk Championship for the Switch, November 19th. Star Renegades on Xbox One and Switch. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity on the Switch on November 20th. And Katamari Damacy Reroll for PS4 and Xbox One. So I know we covered a little bit of the Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity in the previous podcast, and I know Bob was very excited, and we kind of shit on him because of the artwork, and he didn't like the artwork. But the reviews of this game are good. People are enjoying this game. Oh, look, he has a Stadia. But do you have games for it, bro?
Whatever free shit they gave me.
So, Hyrule Warriors, let's go back in there. I know any of you guys, I know all of us. Does Man have a Switch?
I do.
Okay, so I don't know. You guys plan to get Hyrule Warriors just to cut up on the prequel of the Breath of the Wild?
Absolutely, yes.
I'm getting it because I need a game on my Switch. I haven't bought a game,
dude, for real.
I think all year.
You guys didn't get Paper Mario?
No, man.
No,
my last game was Ring Fit.
Yeah, same. Actually, same fucking game. That was my last game.
I didn't even buy that one.
That system has had a very Wii U trajectory this year, hasn't it?
Yes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't know what they're doing, but anyways, yeah. So Hyrule Warriors, great reviews. Fans are liking it. So I might check it out. I just don't want to spend money on that one and then get Cyberpunk later on. Even though I'm still not finished with Odyssey, so I said no until I finish Odyssey. So one step at a time.
I have a quick question. To that Wii U comment, do you think the reason that some of us don't buy more Switch games is because the ones we currently have such high replay value, like Mario Kart and Mario Party?
Not me.
Smash Bros. No, really?
That's not why I don't buy them.
No.
90% of the reason that I don't buy more Switch games is because every single game that's on the Switch, with the exception of the Nintendo, original games, I have somewhere else. I have it on Steam, which I got for cheaper because do you guys know about the Nintendo tax?
Yeah.
Every game costs $10 fucking more on the Switch. Full stop. But yeah, like there's no game that I could get on the Switch that I can't get somewhere else. I'm not going anywhere, like, so I don't need to have a portable game system anymore. When I was working, with you, Flex, I would take the Switch literally every day to work, hook it up on my TV in my office, and my coworkers would be in there all day playing Smash and Mario Kart and shit. And there was a reason to take it around. But now, I mean, Nintendo hasn't released anything worthwhile all year. Paper Mario did not interest me because it got away from what Paper Mario was. And what else has come out this year? Oh, what the hell is this farming simulator game?
Oh, Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing. It doesn't appeal to me. So that's
those
it.
are the games that I bought here. And Ring Fit, which is the last game that I actually bought out of that for the Nintendo. I know my wife has bought a few games digitally, but that's pretty much it. So yeah, I mean, we're looking forward to what 2021 has in store. I know there's been rumors that Nier Automata V11 whatever they rumored it to be coming to the Switch. Amazon France, I think, was the one that leaked it.
Another Nier Automata just port?
No, the one that's coming for the new consoles. The one with a whole bunch of digit numbers behind it after it.
Again, if it's multi-platform, I'm gonna get it any fucking where else.
Yeah.
I don't want to play an inferior port of a game on the Switch.
That is 100% true. Like Hitman, that's a conversation for another day because I understand your point. All right, so those are the games out this week. I know that this week they announced the Video Game Awards 2020 nominees. I personally like the Video Games Awards. I don't miss any of them every year since they released on G4, if I'm not mistaken. But hey, so let's talk about them. Game of the Years. They have Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, if I'm saying that correctly.
Tsushima, yeah.
Tsushima.
Like
Hades,
sushi, like Tsushima.
Hades, Animal Crossing New Horizon, and Last of Us Part 2. Hades, and Animal Crossing New Horizon and The Last of Us Part 2. So, I don't know why The Last of Us Part 2 is there. The game was... I'll leave that for the people who played it. I just read reviews and they were not good. Out of all the other games that I mentioned, which one of you those games stand out based on what we've seen and what we've been able to play?
Doom Eternal.
Okay.
But also, have you played any of the Last of Us games or just read reviews?
I just played the first one, which is amazing. The second one, I've heard that it was not good at all.
From who?
The story completely, from the people that I got, personally, people that I've gotten to play, they said the story just took off to another side. It wasn't just not good at the first one.
Was this person Vibe or something?
Yeah, it sounds like a hater's take on that game.
So, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that Ghost of Tsushima will probably take it just because of how.
Yeah,
nope. Okay. Well,
so your guess is Tsushima.
Actually, I gotta actually look into it, but that's just right now guessing. Once I look into more of the games, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna change my mind.
Have you played Doom Eternal?
Yes, I played Doom Eternal. I played.
What have you played on this list? That's a better good question.
I played Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and Hades, and Animal Crossing New Horizon. I know Horizon's not going to take it because it's not. I don't even know what it's on the list of popularity right there. I enjoyed Hades a lot. Hades a lot. Doom Eternal. I'm still getting used to the first-person shooter thing slowly, but it's not my type of game. And Final 7 Remake, I mean, it's a classic. So, but out of all the ones I mentioned, I enjoy Hades a lot more.
What about you, man?
I haven't touched any of those games on that list, so I really don't have anything to say about any of them. I suck.
That's fair. I happen to play... I've played all of them with the exception of Animal Crossing New Horizons, outside of the first half an hour of that game. I'm thinking the game that's going to win Game of the Year this year is going to be The Last of Us Part 2. My personal choice, if I had a choice, it would be between Hades and Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal because it was an incredible distillation of that genre of game. Hades because quite literally I would say that is the best roguelike game, bar none, full stop, that has come out in the last 15 years. It is amazing.
Yeah.
But I don't have any illusions of those two games winning over The Last of Us Part 2. The Last of Us was kind of a cultural, touchstone, and I mean, look at the reviews. It's, I think, sitting on a 93 on the Metacritic right now.
I gotta check that out. All right, so the same thing goes best game direction. All same games except for Animal Crossing is going to be replaced by Half-Life Alyx's. So that's the same best game direction that's awarded for the outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. If we're going to talk about innovation, game direction, and design, what do you guys think on all those 4 games? Well, that Roth and in that sense, because I'm pretty sure you guys have not played the games that's on there.
I think Doom Eternal.
But and there's Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, and Last of Us Part.
Okay, yeah, because you said the whole list except Animal Crossing.
My apologies.
Ooh, it's tough, man. Me personally, I would say between Ghost of Tsushima and Final Fantasy.
I mean, they did those that game. Final Fantasy VII was a complete round-up rebuild of the original one. But Ghost of Tsushima was actually an excellent game, just visually stunning. What's your take on that, Ross?
So I wouldn't put Final Fantasy VII Remake on this list. I don't think Tetsuya Nomura is a good director of anything or writer. He makes really good visual design, but I feel like his games are really convoluted and they don't really have a good flow structure. Ghost of Tsushima, pretty good, but it's essentially an Assassin's Creed game in Japan. We've played Assassin's Creed games, and this wasn't a stellar one. It was just a very pretty one. Half-Life Alyx was the best VR experience I've ever had in my life. But I don't know anybody else like in my personal life that has played it. I have some acquaintances, some coworkers that have, but I don't think that game has a chance. So it's going to be between Hades and The Last of Us. I think Greg Kasavin, who's the director and writer of Hades, has been knocking it out of the park with every single super giant game that he's written and directed. Bastion. I can't remember all of them off the top of my head, but every single one has been great. And The Last of Us Part 2, Neil Druckmann, that dude directed a cinematic experience. If you guys haven't had a chance to play The Last of Us Part 2, I really recommend you do, and go into it with, the eye of paying attention to the direction of the game. It is very well done. The pacing is really well done. If the shooting is too much for you, you can tone all that down. You can basically have an experience where you just cruise through the game, one shot killing everything. So, man, between those two, my personal preference would probably fall to game direction with Hades, Greg Kasavin. I think it's just better.
Yeah. Now, in the best score music, you have, again, Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Hades, Ori and the Will of the Wisp, and The Last of Us Part 2. Doom. I love the soundtrack for Doom and Hades. Don't really enjoy the Ori and the Will of the Wisp. But I think it's going to be between Doom Eternal and Hades. That's just my preference on the best scoring music.
Doom.
All right.
Yes, I've actually never paid attention to it, but if I do have to pick one, I would also pick Doom as well, just because it has that kind of nostalgic feeling for me at the very least.
So that goes again for best audio design. Then it goes for Doom Eternal, Half-Life Alyx's, goes to Tsushima, Resident Evil 3, and The Last of Us Part 2. So Doom Eternal, I guess, will take that audio.
Doom.
Now, best performance, you have Ashley Johnson as Eli, Laura Bailey as Abby, Daisuke Tashui as Jin Saki. I might be mispronouncing. I'm sorry about that. Logan Cunningham as Hades, and Najee Jeter as Miles Morales. I did enjoy the facial expressions and all the things from Ashley Johnson from the last part of Us 2, from what I've seen. I don't know much about Lori Bailey, but I know they focus mostly on the main character a lot. Ross, what I don't know, maybe you can help me out on that, because I haven't played any of those games except for Hades.
I don't know. Can I pick Doom again?
Okay, well, there's no Doom. So
probably Laura Bailey. I think Abby was a really well acted character. She did really good.
Games for
Michael.
Impact. For a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning on message, it found Kentucky Route Zero TV Edition, Spirit Fair, Tell Me Why, and Throughout the Darkness of Times. I know I saw a lot more in the Game Pass. Spirit Fair, I actually enjoyed that game. It's pretty cute, pretty fun, relaxing game. And I saw Tell Me Why, but I haven't played any of the other games for Games for Impact. I still don't know how the Spirit Fair has a pro-social meaning. I may have to go back and actually look into that game. Any of you guys play any of those games?
Yeah, I've played them all. I would say Tell Me Why is a bigger one, but I don't know. I think we should jump this category because nobody here would have really played these games outside of myself.
So best ongoing. So you got all the battle royales except for one. You have Apex Legends, Destiny 2. Destiny 2 is not even a battle royale. Sorry about it. Destiny 2, Call of Duty Warzone, Fortnite, and No Man's Sky. Best ongoing. Pretty sure Fortnite's gonna win it, or maybe Call of Duty.
That's tough. Yeah,
It's gonna be Fortnite, right? No,
Yeah.
it's probably gonna be Apex Legends that
you
wins.
think so?
Yeah, that game's been like on fire this year.
See, because I constantly hear about Fortnite. I never hear about Apex outside of here.
Yeah,
I mean, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was like, me personally, if I had to pick, would have been Warzone, just because I enjoy it so much. I actually did not like any of the other games, but that's just me.
No, my son.
Apex is on that social media, like rocket right now. Fortnite has kind of become the game that little kids play and their parents at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, my son was playing Fortnite when it first came out, and then all of a sudden he just started jumping to Apex Legends. I never hear about Fortnite anymore, so
yeah,
I'm gonna have to go with that.
Best indie is a full pack game. You have Carry On, Fall Guys, The Ultimate Nut Guy, Hades, Splunky 2, and Spiritfarer. So the best indie has a really good competition between Hades, Carry On. I mean, those are great all four games that I've played. But I'm thinking Hades is going to take that one for best indie.
And I haven't played Hades, but based on what you said, I mean, Carry On was fantastic. I love Carry On. But
yeah, it was so fun.
Based on what you guys said and for what I've seen, it looks like Hades would probably take this, right?
So much fun.
I would say it's going to be Hades.
Best mobile game. I didn't know there were still mobile games. Among Us, Call of Duty Mobile, Genshin Impact, Legend of Runeterra, and
You
Pokemon.
can stop right now.
Yeah, just
It's going to be
Among
Us. I mean,
yeah, it's gonna Among Us. That's
Are
it.
you sure? Among Us and Genshin Impact? I mean, having them both in the same thing, do you think Among Us is going to take it with all those
Among Us
It's gonna be Clash Royale.
and still is the most popular game on Switch.
True. All right, best community support. Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Fall Guys, Ultimate Knockout, Fortnite, No Man's Sky, and Valorant.
I don't know. Never had
Apex,
to
No
use
Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Best
Yeah.
VR and AR. Dreams, Half-Life Alexis, Marvel's
Half-Life.
Iron Man VR, Star Wars Squadron, and The Walking Dead, Sins and Sinners.
Hey, why isn't my 3D made on this list?
Right?
The fuck, man?
I don't know, man. You're going to have to talk to the people who handled the Video Game Awards. Innovation,
It's rigged.
accessibility, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Grounded, Hyperdot, The Last of Us Part 2, and Watchdog Legion.
What an interesting
Wow.
category.
Let me read it to you. Recognizing software and or hardware
Yeah.
that's pushing that medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help the games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. I can tell you Grounded for the spiders, you get the acrophobia thing turned off and you don't see any more spiders. I don't know any of the other games. I haven't seen Valhalla, so I don't know what you can turn off in Valhalla, Hyperdot, or Last of Us. Ross said you're playing Valhalla. What can you turn off that makes the game more accessible?
Everything from the way you interact with quick time events, making them multiple click or hold or one tap, to changing how the game interface looks to you, having dialogue read to you from the game. But honestly, no, this is no contest. It's going to be The Last of Us Part 2. That game has accessibility features that are the best in the industry. Everything from actual closed captioning that shows you directional audio from where it's coming from who is saying it, to the game interface having the ability to turn on colorblind mode to find any item that's interactable in the game that somebody that has limited vision wouldn't be able to see, to a narrator that reads off important events as they happen in the game. It's ridiculous. Like, I have never seen a game that is so accessible to that game.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Never. All right. Awesome. Best action. I'm going to bring sure all you guys are going to just say Doom Eternal. Should I even read the rest of the nominees?
I mean, it's not on the list, but Doom.
It is on the list. Doom is on the list.
Action adventure?
Best action. Just best
action. Action. Just Doom.
Okay. All right. Best action adventure. You have Assassin's Creed.
I'm curious. What was the rest of the list?
Half-Life Alexis, Nyon 2, and Streets of Rage 4.
Huh. Yeah. Well.
Hades is okay. Half-Life Alyx is okay. Neo, okay. Streets of Rage 4.
So Doom it is. Best action adventure. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Ghost of Tsushima, Marvel Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, Star Wars The Jedi Fallen Order, and The Last of Us Part 2.
Dude.
Last of Us Part 2.
Marvel's Avengers, obviously.
Of course. Of course. Best role-playing game. Go ahead, Vibe.
I was going to ask Man if he thought that the Spider-Man game that he played on the PS5 was any good.
Yeah.
You guys are assholes. So yeah, my PS5 is great, guys. Non-existent. It's really good. It's really good. I have a lot of fun playing on it. It's great.
How you gonna get on Man? And when you still have to do a list of chores to get your Xbox Flex? I mean, you stuck on Man. Best role-playing games: Final Fantasy VII Remake, Genshin Impact, Persona 5 Royale, Wasteland 3, and Yakuza Like a Dragon. Genshin Impact, I guess, because everybody's playing that over all the other games.
It's not a good RPG, though.
I know, but still, it's a lot of these come down to popularity.
Does it? No.
Yeah, so it's not.
I think it's going to be Yakuza or Wasteland 3. Those are good role-playing games.
Best fighting games: Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, Street Fighter 5 Champion Edition, One Punch Man, A Hero Nobody Knows, Under Night in Birth, XE Lati CLR.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat. One Punch. I don't even know why One Punch Man is on this list. It's a fucking bad game. It is a fucking bad game.
Also, they don't have fucking Sylvester Stallone or our Lord and Savior Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Best family: Animal Crossing, Crash Bandicoot, Fallout.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
All right. Best sim strategy. This is actually really good. You got Crusader Kings 3, Desperados 3, Gear Tactics, Microsoft Flight Simulator, and XCOM Chimera Squad. I love Desperados 3 a lot. King or Crusader, excellent. Gears of Tactic, I enjoy a lot. I'm thinking Crusader Kings 3 might take this one.
Man, Chimera Squad is really good, but I'm going to think it's going to be my Flight Simulator.
Yeah. All right. Best sports racing. There are 5, F1 2020, FIFA 21, NBA 2K21, and Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1+2. Wow. Matt is not
F0?
F1?
What?
F1? You say F1?
No, I'm sorry. What was the category?
Best sport and racing.
Esport.
Best sport, Deporto FIFA
21? Okay. Best multiplayer. Among Us? I'm just going to read that. Among Us. I don't think it's
moving on.
And best debut game. Carry On, Mortal Shell, Raji and Ancient Epic, Roki, and Fansphobia. Maybe Carry On.
Probably
a lot of people. Yeah, Phasmophobia. I think that people enjoy that game a lot. And then that is best esport game: Call of Duty, Fortnite, League of Legends, Valorant, or Counter-Strike.
League of Legends, right?
League of Legends is still really up there. But
what was the list?
It's Call of Duty, Counter-Strike,
Fortnite,
League of Legends, and Valorant.
I don't give a shit about any of these. Fucking Counter-Strike. Can't go wrong with that. Why not?
All right, and then that's pretty much it. Content creator. Well, I mean, you guys don't watch really Twitch, do you guys? No. Yep, and that's it. That's the only thing that interests the Geek Bros for that. So, All right. So as we continue the game train going, so this week, beautiful, amazing Rockstar decided to drop a DLC of the biggest update adding new heist. It's an island of one of the drug cartels from the game, and fans were not happy. They're like, "Where's GTA 6?" But people don't understand that GTA 5 continues to make a lot of money to Rockstar, and I don't think they're going to stop making DLC anytime soon if they're going to continue making all that money from everyone. So, did you guys see that update recently that they released for the GTA 5?
No.
No?
I definitely didn't. I'm over GTA 5. I'm over everything GTA 5. It just
Game that came out in 2013.
Yeah, I've been over that for the longest time. Anything that they do at this point, if you're wasting your money on this game, you're an idiot. I'm sorry.
I gotta say that Grand Theft Auto is probably the best deployment game ever. Because when you got literally nothing but sand around you and you just want to go and like run over hookers and take their money, it's the best.
No, well, that's online.
I get it. It was a great game for its kind, but it just it's over.
Back when I was still in the military. So
right.
Well, they're still milking the cow for that. I'm pretty sure the cow is like still milk, but it is what it is. So, man, I think you said that PlayStation is teasing an answer to Game Pass. I know that I read that they had talked about this in the said the president, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody
CEO.
Yeah.
So I
What's up, everybody?
Sorry.
I think this was one of those clickbait situations because just as I clicked on it, I saw the article and I was like, oh, I'm so excited. They actually have something, the PlayStation guy has something to say. No,
he didn't.
Not at all. All they said was there's news, but we're not ready to give it yet. But we have PS Now and we have PS Plus for everybody who has a PlayStation. And if you own a PS5, your entire library from the PS Plus subscription is still full or free, without additional costs.
Oh boy.
Wonderful. So basically you say that there's an answer, but absolutely say nothing else. So I was depressed after reading this. I don't even know why I brought it up. Sorry, guys.
I was going to bring it up, and I'm like, they have nothing to share, so it is what it is. Nvidia is joining its fellow cloud gaming providers in choosing to bypass Apple's App Store and launching a mobile web app version of its GeForce Now service. This will allow Fortnite to get back on the iOS. So I know Xbox did their thing where they bypassed the thing and it's just a web streamer.
Mm-hmm.
Having Nvidia do this, what is Apple going to react? I mean, they're now going behind them. I mean, at this point, Apple can't stop them, but is that going to piss Apple even more now to lock their shit down even tighter?
No,
you don't think so?
No.
Well, at least companies are being innovative and trying to get their games out there.
The thing is, Apple has been trying to keep everything maintained in its walled garden, but as it made its browser better, which is a good thing because their browser has always been horrendous on their phone. Mm-hmm. It gave people the ability to use it for multimedia interfaces. That's how the Amazon Luna Cup games can stream to iPhones, and now Game Pass is going to do it, and Nvidia, GeForce Now is going to do it. They just dropped the price for people that make under $1 million. Their store price went down from 30% to a 15% cut on their sales. So the lawsuit that they got from Microsoft and Epic is definitely making a dent. But as far as blocking people from playing games on their web portals, I don't think that's going to happen.
All right. Pokemon Go gets update. Have you guys played any of the Pokemon Go game? Or are you still playing Pokemon Go? Or that boat sailed already? Well, they're adding.
That died a long time ago.
Also, what year is it?
They're adding the Kalos region Pokemon to catch. So that is going to include allowing trainers to level up to level 50 and at the same time giving everybody an ability to catch all the Kalos region Pokemons, including creatures as Chespin, Fennekin, Froakie, and are fully expected to fully join the game on December 2nd. As of November 30th, players will be able to level up to 50. For those who hit level 40 before the end of 2020, Niantic will give them an exclusive reward. The game will also be receiving an quality of life updates that improve Pokemon encounters, gifts, and more. Hey, that company made a lot of money during this pandemic. I forgot how much money was, but it was a tons of money from people staying at home.
Is having Pokemon slavery?
No, but it's cockfighting.
Yes. You know, the Philippines lost their first officer to cockfighting.
Yeah, caught a spur in the neck, or was it the
femoral artery? Yeah,
that is so impressive. That is the most impressive kill. To the femoral, like that is not an easy attack, right? I'm not crazy.
No, it's not.
That is fucking surgical. That rooster was like, I'm going down. You're going with me. No questions.
All right.
So but yeah, no, Pokemon, man, fuck Pokemon.
Right. Yeah. So Plauge Inc. at the beginning of the pandemic, I think February, was banned in China because of what the game is. I don't know if you guys have played it. Plauge Inc. is a game where you play as a virus and you want to infect the whole world and you want to completely annihilate the world.
Interesting.
Yeah. I know all about that game.
That was actually fun.
My ex-wife plays that a lot.
I enjoy the game. So guess what? Now you get to be a good guy.
Like
now,
for real?
Yeah, it's a real game. And now it has a free mode where you fight a pandemic. So now not only are you a virus or a bacteria, now you're a traitor. You actually get to be a person who's fighting the pandemic to try to annihilate it from the earth.
That's not as fun.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Anthony Fauci has a very really cool job.
So
an important job.
So I think it'll be fun to check out. I'm probably gonna check it. It's a free update, see how it is. Go from there. All right. So that's it for all video game news. I know it was a lot just because we haven't had anything really crazy going on. So Ross, I know you mentioned here the Star Wars author appeals to Disney in fight over royalties. Tell me, what does that mean?
So Disney bought the rights to Star Wars in its entirety, but now they're fighting with their authors to not pay royalties. They're essentially saying that, hey, we bought the rights, but we didn't sign the contracts. This is crazy because in the entire history of contract law in the United States, the moment one entity purchases another, they are now in charge of that person's, that new company's or that old company's debts and existing contracts, including royalties, etc. Disney's trying to argue that that is not the case. And what's scary is that could definitely permanently and very widely damage contract law in the United States. Because if Disney's able to argue in court that, hey, buying a company does not automatically put the onus of adhering to those contracts on the purchaser, contract law is dead in this country. Like, it's on its head. And Disney is the company that could do it. They have consistently extended copyright protections every single time the Mickey Mouse copyright is up, to the point where now it's nearly 100 years post the original inventor's death. That's crazy. It used to be 20. So if anybody has the clout, if anybody has the money to throw at the court system until they win, it's Disney. And again, that would make contract law in this country a Wild West situation. Nothing would be sacred anymore. Yeah.
That's
I have a couple of questions to that. So aside from the contract law aspect of it, how do you think this would affect current universal content creators for Star Wars? Like for example, does this mean that like Timothy Zahn wouldn't get paid for his previous work?
In Disney's world, ideally, yes.
So now how would you think that would you think that would discourage and kind of disheart a lot of content creators?
That would be I would say the textbook dictionary definition of a chilling effect. Why would anybody want to enter into contract really with any company if all that the parent company has to do is sell those contracts elsewhere? Because let me paint you a picture. Let's say this goes to court and let's say Disney fights it and let's say they win. Moving forward, any company, or let's say you, all right, Flex, you have a contract drawn with some clients or whatever. You no longer want to pay out or adhere to those contracts. What's the solution? You create a shell company and you sell yourself the company, thereby nullifying any existing contracts, or you sell it to a significant other or a family member or a friend. That is...
Yeah, man. And
Disney's not a good company. They're not good people.
Now, here's my question. Obviously, I'm sure it's a pretty obvious question, but assuming that, they had morals, right? This absolutely isn't a matter of them not having the money to pay the royalties, right? So I mean, are they that much of like just?
This is 5 figures, man. This is 5 low 6 figures in royalties.
In comparison to what are they making? Like, it's just that
another
is
version of greed.
That is ridiculous, man.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. And that's why, like, when I see people like worshiping Disney, forgiving anything and everything that they do because hey, they make the cool shit that we love. It's like, don't be blind to how harmful they have been, because they have been very.
Yes, they have.
And before we move on from Disney, I mean, this is probably a far shot, but what do you think of that whole conspiracy of Walter Disney being buried, or sorry, cryogenically frozen until all the Jews are gone? Because like I've been hearing that since I was 5 years old. It's 5 years old.
No.
Yeah, I know. It's
like,
a far shot, but
when he died, no. Even now, we don't have the cryogenic capability to freeze somebody long term. Like back when he died 47 years ago, I think it was. No, fuck no.
There's no like sleeping beauty potion.
That's more likely. So what they probably did is they had him prick his finger, on a sewing machine, knocked his ass out, and then they're waiting for somebody to kiss him awake. I don't know, in 2050 something.
Are you saying that
hopefully.
Are you saying that all of the old Disney movies were like parts of a recipe?
No, all the old Disney movies were documentaries.
There we go. All right. So Nintendo's issued a cease and desist order against another Smash Brothers tournament. The Big House, if I'm not mistaken. So the Big House tweeted, "The Big House is heartbroken to share we received a cease and desist from Nintendo of America, Inc. to cancel our upcoming online event. We're informed we do not have the permission to host or broadcast this event, primarily due to the usage of Slippy. Sadly, all our competitions are affected. We forced to comply with the order and cancel the Big House online for both Melee and Ultimate. Refund information will be sent shortly. We apologize to all those impacted." So I think Nintendo said no more Smash Bros. On tournaments, I guess, since the whole incident that happened a month ago.
No, that's not what it is. So this is about Smash Brothers Melee, which is a GameCube game that didn't have multiplayer, didn't have online multiplayer, just local co-op, local versus, So a bunch of enterprising modders essentially created an code injection called Slippy that lets you play Smash Brothers Melee online, which is necessary because there's a huge contingent of people that play Smash Brothers that only play Melee. It's fucking weird. That's like saying, hey, I love Mortal Kombat, but I only play Mortal Kombat 2. I don't like that new 11 shit. So, these chodes like really wanted to play the game, and Nintendo's like, hey, dipshits, we don't like it when people mod games or play on emulators. So we're going to go ahead and send you a cease and desist. So, now these guys are like losing their shit saying, hey, Nintendo wants us to only play locally so we can catch COVID from each other. Now, I get it. That argument is true. Nintendo doesn't give a shit about you. I don't think Nintendo's in the right here because I'll remind you, Smash Brothers Melee came out almost 2 decades ago. So that game is like old and dead. The only people playing it are these friggin', fucking chuds. So to block them from enjoying the game, they're gaining nothing. This is just, again, Nintendo being overly litigious and overly zealous, protecting their IP for no reason, because it's not like they'd leverage their own shit. If Nintendo was being smart, they'd re-release Melee because there's this whole group of people that would exclusively play it. Instead, we get things like Mario Anniversary Edition where they release it for a small window for a full $60 game, and they can
but wouldn't it just be like the new Smash Brothers with less characters?
Yes, it's literally that. They love that game because they think. No, I'm being facetious.
You can look up the Princess's skirts.
That's the one thing.
You cannot do that in the current one.
No. But they think that, like the timing is different in the fighting and whatever. Just like little things that they find important. But that's neither here nor there. This is, again, just Nintendo being overly zealous and hyper-aggressive when it comes to their intellectual property. I don't think it's necessary. So, I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? Nintendo's constantly shutting down emulation across the internet, like all those ROM depositories that we used to be able to find our ROMs on the internet for, so we can download Super Nintendo games and Genesis games and shit. Those are all gone because of Nintendo.
It sucks. I think what they do hurts the industry. I know they're not making money of it, but it does hurt the industry because a lot of these games, I mean, they're classic and they're not really worth paying for at this point. I mean, we're able to get them. I think we should deserve to get them, and it really sucks. And they're not nice about it. They're like, you don't do it, you have to pay this fine, and they really go after you.
Would you say this is? Would you say this is oppressing?
Oppressing or depressing?
Oppressing.
I mean, it's oppression. They're oppressing these fucking troglodytes from playing the game that they want to play.
You guys remember the last time Japan oppressed somebody?
Yeah, it was around 1929. No, actually, around 1929.
Yeah. Didn't end too well. Oh shit!
I'm all over this whole Nintendo blocking everybody because they have this, that yearly service that barely anybody uses, because to have access to their older games, but
like a handful.
It's nothing.
They keep saying that they're going to add more, but they have not.
No, they added like some fucking tennis game, like some broccoli.
It's a Japanese one. Like what the hell is it? It's like it's
shit.
It's horrible. So it's like you want to block everybody from having the ability to play these games that you yourself would not release to your new console for subscription services that everybody's
fucking release them.
Just put them out there. You don't want anybody to pirate, whatever. Put them on. That's it. So we're waiting for.
Here's one game in my opinion that does not fucking hold up. Like Melee holds up, you can release it, but like for example, they put Star Fox, like the original Star Fox is on there.
Yeah, that I was like, okay, that was great when it first came out. Right now, I don't care. Like I want classic. I'm
gonna ask a question here. Well, having Earthbound on the service, will it make up for the lack of games or Chrono Trigger to have
Chrono Trigger especially 100%?
Will it make up?
I mean, they should put it, but it wouldn't make up.
No, it wouldn't make up for everything that they're doing, but it would definitely be like something that I'm proud of this month. Yes, yay!
They get a gold star out of the negative and that they received.
Exactly.
Right.
You remember the last time somebody got a gold star?
What?
No, nothing.
Honestly, this is the solution to Nintendo. If I could get it in screen. There we go. Raspberry Pi. Just get a Raspberry Pi and put all your games in this thing.
Can you tell me what that is, please?
It's a little all-in-one computer, little Linux computer that you can load up Raspbian or a game emulator into, and that's it.
You know those games at the bar where they play video games?
Yes, that's Lava Tavern.
That's pretty much it. This is your solution. You don't need a Switch for that. Just pirate.
So the controller that you guys were making fun of me about,
Yeah.
that's been retired to my old laptop that has nothing but emulators on there.
I'm proud of you.
That's what's over there.
But I hear the cracking every time you press it.
It still works just fine.
I hear songs from the 20s playing over there. All right. So let's continue with this. The next topic we're going to talk about is a little bit controversial. I really don't like to have politics conversation over this, but it is something that needs to be addressed. Star Wars fans are outraged over Gina Carano's anti-mask and voter fraud tweet. She's placed who she plays in The Mandalorian. Guys, remind me.
Cara Dune.
Yeah.
Cara Dune, yeah.
So
she's right here.
She tweeted something. Yes, she tweeted on the 14th of November. Democratic government leaders now now recommends we all wear blindfolds along with masks so we can't see what's really going on. She's been outspoken about the masks and the elections. I know a lot of these actors and actresses have a personality to uphold on social media because of the following that
she doesn't.
They also have kids, but when you deal with Disney Mandalorian, you also not only do you get an adult following, but you also get a kid following. Teen following. That's gonna happen. So you also have to watch how you act and how you interact in the media. I know you have a voice. I know you have your own opinion. But my personal belief on that, I think she should have never mixed those two things, especially knowing how high the Mandalorian is up there and the how big the show is. That you're gonna have to have a really better upholding just to keep your mouth shut. And when time comes that you're able to speak in a private setting. That's just my opinion on that. I don't know what you guys think about that.
So real quick, I mean, this isn't the first time it's happened with her. It's happened with her when she was in the UFC. You know, being one of the first females in there, obviously a big deal. But also, like, fucking, just fight or just film the show. I don't need your opinions. But also, people are like, why are you taking shit from like people like her seriously? And lastly, if you don't like it, go to her house and just do something about it. / she'll beat your ass. But I mean, come on, it's not that big of a deal. Like you should, it's just another opinion. There's tons of them out there. Stick to your own morals.
That's an easy thing to say when you're not an idiot person, like a lot of people are, and they take things that famous people say to heart for some crazy ass reason. And the shit she's saying, I am absolutely not going to entertain anybody's dumbass perception that, COVID isn't real or, that masks don't help. She's spreading disinformation that is harmful. It's harmful.
She's not a scientist.
She shouldn't be saying anything. And even if she was a scientist, shut your ass up, because that is not the consensus. You were spreading mis and disinformation. Yes, that's why people are outraged, and people totally should be outraged. And also spreading like election fraud conspiracy theories that are unfounded. Again, if you're spreading unfounded propaganda type shit and people become outraged and call for your ass to get canceled, don't be surprised.
Yeah.
That's not...
The problem with all that is everybody's going to throw out the whole First Amendment. Like, I have a right to say whatever I want to say.
Well, that has nothing to do with the First Amendment whatsoever.
Either ways.
Right.
The First Amendment just says you can say it. Doesn't mean you won't get called out.
But it's just, that's what they're going to do. They're going to throw it out there, and they're going to just, it's my right, it's the First Amendment right, and I can say and do whatever I want. And I'm like, yeah, to my ability, it's like, okay, but would you, basically, if you had a child like me, I have a right to say whatever I want. So am I going to tell one of my children, be like, hey, that stove is hot, go ahead and put your hand on it? Would you endanger other people just to put your own opinion out there? That's stupid. Don't, just shut up. Keep your private opinions to yourself. Do what you have to do, what you love to do, and enjoy it. That's it. Stop spreading the word around. Stop making it so other people can view and see it. Let it go. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, again, remember, the First Amendment isn't, all encompassing.
Consequence.
And forget it. There are massive exceptions, to free speech in the United States. I mean, a quick excerpt. Categories of speech that are given lesser or no protection by the First Amendment and therefore may be restricted include obscenity, fraud, child pornography, speech integral to illegal conduct, speech that incites imminent lawless action, speech that violates intellectual property law, true threats, and commercial speech such as advertising. And from there it disseminates, into wider branches. Free speech again isn't, a blank slate. You can't say whatever you want. And once you do,
and then preach free speech, First Amendment.
Exactly. And once you say something that people disagree with, hey man, it's the absolute American right for everybody to call you out and pelt you with tomatoes until you're shut up.
I stand very to that about, everybody needs to watch what they say, not everybody needs to say what it's on their mind at the same time. But let's say an individual like me would have said that. I mean, it would have been swept under the rug just because of my name and who I am. But when you start talking to A-list,
who the fuck is this guy?
Who the fuck are you?
I think you need to.
I think you're being very, very gracious calling Gia Carano an A-list actor.
Yeah,
not
she's
really
an A-list fighter. Maybe.
No, but
yes,
I mean A-list. I mean up there where you have a strong following of people.
Celebrity,
She doesn't.
Having 502,000 followers, that's big. And if you're gonna say stupid shit, you're spreading shit, and that's the problem. Now, so use your power of social media to promote good, but if you're gonna be promoting shit thing, then don't. Yes, you're good. I like you in The Mandalorian. I'm not gonna call you out to get fired. I enjoyed
She can get it,
but she should have never said what she should have said.
Yeah, go ahead.
She should just cut her losses and do what every fighter does and claim that it was the CTE for getting punched in the face too much. Nobody's gonna argue that. Just say, hey, I'm sorry. Yeah, I just I have CTE. I got me and John Jones, just too much shit going on.
Look, honestly, I couldn't care less about her. I think she's actually a pretty awful actress. I don't know why people think she's amazing. She, every time she's on screen, Carl Weathers has to act twice as good to make up for her wooden
God
delivery.
bless his soul, right?
Yeah, again, she's like, thick thighs save lives and all that stuff, but she.
Do you know what it is?
A good actor.
I think people push her, like to say that, she's a good actress in spite of Ronda Rousey. Also, in spite that they finally have a female fighter that can do movies, but she really can't.
Yeah, Ronda can't act or voice act. She is very bad.
I want to kill her.
It is really surprising. Why? Oh my god! I was expecting the WWE to give her some acting classes because. Woof.
Yeah. Do you think that reason why there was?
Oh man, you're breaking up, dude.
Your audio go back to your mic.
Yeah. I think rumors that were about I forgot the name of the actor who plays the Mandalorian.
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal. Do you think the rumors that were because of her or the situation of her personality? Based on what I'm seeing, I can see who will be feuding with her ideals and her beliefs.
Eh? Wait, what do you mean? What?
If she's saying all these stuff about voter fraud, mask, anti-mask, bringing that personality to the table, because that basically shows me who her personality is. That's from what I see on social media. Do you think with the whole situation of there's a little tension with Pedro Pascal and the whole thing?
No.
I think so. I mean, do you guys follow him? He's a lot like Mark Hamill.
Yeah. He's really open.
Love Mark Hamill.
Yeah. The only reason I say no is because she's only on set for a couple days.
Okay. No, that was just the conversation. No rumor, nothing. It's just a conversation to have. All right, guys. So that's it. That's it for the Star Wars fans outrage. I know I wanted to talk about Luke Cage, but he wants to wait for his Boo Thing vibe to get back. So we're gonna revisit that later.
We could do a quick overview, really quick.
Okay. So Luke Cage,
did you guys enjoy Luke Cage?
I did, but I did not like. Yeah. Luke Cage was good when it came out, but at the same time, that was the time that Black Lives Matter was starting to rise, and I felt that they used too much of that on the show.
I don't think they did. Like for example,
I think
Bright, the movie Bright did. Luke Cage did not. Luke Cage was
I
a
don't-
simple
yeah.
hood story. It was great.
I think Black Lightning is more or less about the whole Black Lives Matter sense. I think that had a lot more to do with it. Thank God they're only going for one more season.
Anyways, so
Rest in
that's
peace,
I
Father.
enjoyed it though. I enjoyed it a lot. I know Vibe just didn't like it as much. If I'm not mistaken.
That's why I wanted him on here because I mean he said it was. I guess I'm paraphrasing terribly, but it was too black. If that makes any sense. Yeah. Too in your face black.
Yes, that's exactly what we talked. That's actually
I believe that's kind of what it was.
What the fuck does that mean?
But again, that's why I want to have him on here because I want to revisit this.
Sure, yeah.
Now that it's more of us.
I think that's really important. I think that's essential.
Definitely.
I think we should have like a guest, another African American guest. Okay.
Kylo Sam?
Episode. Yeah, somebody, anybody.
Okay.
I think he's like, yeah, but
I'm half African. That doesn't put me on the list of anything. Unfortunately, we're
what was that one politician pretending to be black? We can invite her over.
Oh, what's her name?
Rachel.
Dolittle.
No, wasn't the head of NCAA was pretending to be black?
Yeah, that lady. She was the head of.
No. How about Tom Hanks' son, Skip Hanks? No, not Skip. What's his fucking name? You know what I'm talking about? The one who pretends to be
the rapper or whatever he was.
Yeah, and he had like a full on, like, it's a pretty good accent.
I will find somebody.
I forget his name.
And I will have them guest speak that is going to have a very their own opinion. Because if I do Kylo Sam, let me do someone that he's not accustomed to, and we'll see what happens.
Forrest Whitaker.
Well, no, I can't get
Don Cheadle.
Okay.
Fuck Don Cheadle.
I'll take Don Cheadle. We can talk about like fucking Captain
Kevin
Planet.
Hart. Is that what you want? You want Kevin Hart on here?
Sure, let's get Kevin Hart. All right. So, new Predator movie in the works with 10 Cloverfield Lane Director, man. Oh, that's happening?
So apparently, whoever I can't even pronounce his name, Dan Trachtenberg, who directed 10 Cloverfield Lane, has his news basically of the new Predator movie is coming out. Not really much to say about there. No cast, no nothing, no release date, anything. Just that he was very unhappy that the news got out there because he wanted it to be a surprise, basically. But there will be a new Predator movie with him directing it. What do you guys think?
Quick question on this one. In light of the newer games, what would you think of seeing? I forget what the species of the predators are, but what would you think of seeing female predators?
Okay, that'd be interesting. Why not?
Like, I mean,
see female warriors going out there and fucking some shit up. Yeah, why not?
Did you guys have you guys played the most recent game? Like the Mouse Hunt one, you can get to play the female one. So like when you look at, if you ever look at them, let me know. Do you think like, man, I wonder what she would look like naked? And then like
I knew this is going there. I knew it.
I don't know. Like I was having a few beers. I'm like, man, like I just wonder what it would be like to take down a predator. But I digress. Go ahead.
Yeah. But that's about it. There's no news on it. Just the fact that it's in the works, is being produced or is being talked about, being discussed, being worked on. Again, no other information. Just the fact that he's unhappy that the news is out because he wanted to definitely be a surprise to all of our Predator fans.
All right, and since we're still on the train of The Last of Us, since we still haven't been able to get off, The Last of Us gets a series order on from HBO. So we're gonna get The Last of Us series.
Wasn't it Stars?
HBO. No, it's HBO.
Stars is Halo, right?
Stealing it on trying to obtain all these shows. So I guess we're gonna get The Last of Us. Would it be as good as the game, as Ross would say?
The funny thing is, in the interview about this, Sony they've also let out that this isn't the only game that they want to port over to TV shows. That they have a list that they want. They just haven't discussed which they will be, but they have a whole other list.
Okay. so yeah, all right. I guess that's what we look forward to for The Last of Us. All right. So you notice something in the Miles Morales game that the Chrysler building is missing? I mean, that's a very
Yeah.
iconic building in New York. Why would they miss that? They didn't have enough money to make it for their 8 hours.
So in the new Miles Morales Spider-Man game for the PS5, the Chrysler building is missing, and they completely replaced it with some unknown tower, some weird looking thing, whatever. And if anybody who's from New York plays the Miles Morales game, they would see it. What happened was that there was a copyright protection that was put in place in 1990, and new ownership bought the building, an Australian company named the Cigna Group. They bought it in 2019 while the game was in development. So when they had to approach this new group in reference to putting the building in the game, the group said, hell no, we don't want you to do it. That's it, whatever, just straight out no. And then now they don't, it's not in the game. So that's basically all it is. It sucks, but whatever.
Is Link thinking the Predator?
Alrighty, so the last thing we're going to talk about today is The Mandalorian Season 2 Review, Chapter 12. All four of us have watched it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah?
Yep. I didn't even say anything about it this time, so...
So, something that Ross mentioned, the episodes are getting shorter again. And I'm pretty sure they could have done a better, more... they look like the story towards the middle of chapter 12 when they were trying to get off the base felt rushed. Felt like you just hit like a fast forward button and they were just rushing the story. Let's go. I think they could have developed a little bit more of what they were doing in the base, and I don't know what's happening now. You get the little curves of the season. I mean, even though the season chapter 12 was great, I just don't know. I don't know. I enjoyed it, but still, it's too short. I want more.
What's going on?
I just saw some really interesting shit that Ross shared.
Oh, I see it. Hold on, let me see.
When you get a chance. Yeah.
Hey, are we going to talk about how sad Michael J. Fox retiring is?
He's such a nice guy, I think.
I know.
Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay. So can we talk about chapter 12? Just focus, please.
I got kids here, man. Oh my god, let me look. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
Keep it rolling. No dead air. Come on.
Can we go to chapter 12, please? Now talk about chapter 12. All right.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Gina Carano can't act still. That hasn't
Agreed.
changed.
Can still get it though.
Yeah, it was honestly, it was an okay episode. We kind of got a little bit more of the story now, where it's like, oh no, friggin' Moff,
Gideon.
Los Pollos Hermanos is fucking, doing some crazy stuff with clones. And hey, was that a like melted ass Snoke in that chamber that they saw?
I don't know.
All I know
they want like high midichlorian level blood for stuff.
Yeah. Also,
there was Death Troopers or
the Death Troopers. Yeah, the Legend Troopers. That they from the Legends. Looks interesting. We'll see what happens. Do you think we're gonna get more shorter episodes as the season goes back, or can we get a little bit more longer?
I think we're locked right here.
Yeah.
And I also think Ahsoka dies either this season or next season.
Okay. When they would decide to go.
Because they were talking about how they need more blood that has high midichlorian levels, right? High M levels. That dumb shit that George Lucas invented for the prequels.
I must have missed that.
Yeah. So I'm guessing they need more blood so they can create better, Papa Palpatine clones or something, or however they make Snoke happen. And that's how they're going to here's Ahsoka, and she's going to sacrifice her life as she's a very powerful Force user to save Baby Yoda. I know I'm really stretching it out here, but I don't know. Something about it feels right to me.
Yep.
I didn't like the way they edited it. I didn't like it.
I liked it. I liked the part when Baby Yoda threw up. That was cute.
Yes, that was actually cute. Honestly, can I get a
Or-
spin-off series, just a Carl Weathers show?
Dude, I would watch that. Like some kind of underground, like broker
dude.
shit.
Shit,
great.
not even. Like, think about it. Just like a show about him running like this planet, this town, you know, and like going off on capers and like, oh man, I got to deal with this thing. Oh, you know, like the smugglers are doing that. You know, whatever. Just Carl Weathers running shit. I'll watch that show. Making stew.
All right. Well, then that's it. All right, guys. So that was it for the episode. I mean, that was fun as an asset, and it got weirdly towards the end with whatever you sent to us, Ross. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you for your service.
Comments. You guys, if you guys can find us at Geek Bros with a 0 on Twitter, Instagram, email us, Facebook us, and listen to us on the first place, webegeekpc.com. That is the first place, and then listen to us and watch us on youtube.com/5red Studios.
Pornhub.
By the time this episode gets uploaded, the other episode from 113 will be up as well, so you guys will be able to have 2 back-to-back episodes to listen to our beautiful voices. And yeah, guys, that is it. That's it for Keeping Up with the Geek Bros podcast. And remember, geeking out still sounds this good.
Keeping Up with the Geek Bros.